The movie.
I was just a volunteer. No.
Well, you
my
were
God.
there.
No, she wants to interview on a good book.
But when you go to school and you're going to go for social work, you have to do volunteer work. So one of the things that this youngster needed was for somebody to take him for tutoring. But there wasn't anybody in his immediate area who could do it, so I would go to his school, pick him up, and take him on the subway to a facility where somebody tutored him. And so I was really just the person who accompanied the youngster. But I had to get him from one place in the city to take him to another place in the city, and then to get him back home, and then I had to get myself back home.
Well, that was very nice of you to do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what place that was. And then I also worked in the McMahon Memorial Shelter, where they had lots of little kids, little babies really. And they needed to be held and loved and played with, like we do our babies.
Uh-huh.
So I would go there one afternoon a week, and I was hanging on to this little cutie. Suddenly I felt very warm, and apparently the diaper had failed. And I was the diaper at that point. So I did that, and what else did I do? I worked in lots of different places. And then I worked in the family hospital.
How's Cedar Crest?
Okay.
It's good?
No, that's fine. And in the family hospital, I worked in the boarding out department.
One of these people,
Mm-hmm.
And I had 22 youngsters assigned to me.
just get used to it and enjoy it.
And
And it works.
I visited them in their foster homes
It's not
every
horrible.
month.
It's not horrible.
Again, some of the workers had cars, but I had to go by subway and bus all over
They have something.
Flushing and Queens and
They have a few.
places I didn't even know how to get there, but I had to figure out how to do it.
Did you ever have to go to court?
The thing is, I don't,
No, I never had to
I
go to court.
have to do all this
I
stuff.
did
I
have
don't
to
have a
refer some of
friend
them
to do it.
to psychiatrists for evaluations.
Mm-hmm.
I had a youngster who was in a home of mixed race parents,
Uh-huh.
Became kind of
and he was himself of mixed race. But he was having a horrible time in school and was angry and fighting with people, and so we sent him for a psychiatric evaluation. And that's way back in in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And that psychiatrist said, take this kid out of the foster home and send him to St. Dominic's in Blauvelt, which was an institution that took care of kids,
Uh-huh.
because he felt that if he were in an institution and the kids thought he was white, he could associate with the white kids. If the kids thought he was black, he'd associate with the black kids. And then whatever the kid wanted to be, let him be.
Yeah.
And that would get over some of this thing. But you know, that absolutely tore the guts out of me to take that kid to that institution. You know, I liked his foster parents, and they were doing a good job, I thought, but he wasn't happy. So that's what we did, because that's what I was instructed to
it's a
do.
nice
Yeah.
quiet Sunday.
Anyway,
Yeah,
lots of different things. I've had lots of different experiences now.
I'm converting
You know
from
what it's
oil
like
to
when you're
gas.
trying to help people.
Yeah.
They're coming tomorrow to start ripping out that big old oil burner in the basement.
The oil tank is buried in the ground too.
Yep.
You personally don't have to do it.
I have to move all the things so they can get to the tank. So they can get to the oil burner. All my Christmas decorations. There's like tons of boxes blocking. So I have to move all that crap out. And then
Because
They
you know
said
that
they
was the
could
one thing they asked me when I was selling the house.
the data tank.
Do you have an oil tank buried any place?
Yeah.
And I said, no.
Well, it'll cost me $2,000 to get it out of the ground, and if there's any leaks whatsoever, it could be $15,000.
Wow. That's something.
So I gotta get rid of it. So they're gonna put a new a boiler in, a gas-fired boiler.
What do you mean a boiler?
Well, because I have radiators, I don't have ducts in the house.
Oh.
So they have to literally put a boiler in.
Why don't you just get the air ducts?
Because it would cost millions of dollars. Like,
Really?
yeah, the house doesn't have an attic, and they'd have to like put the ducts through the closet, so you lose your closet space. and it would be in excess of $25,000.
Did you tell Grandma where Holly lives?
Where Sherry Smith lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
That's
one
where-
bedroom on her own.
I sent Chad the information. So and told him that he should get on the wait list.
You
She
should.
likes it.
It's a beautiful apartment. Sherry has 2 bedrooms, one bed. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a living room, little dining area, and a kitchen. That's where Doris is now. She can't go to her own house, so she can't go upstairs or anything. Yeah, forever after her. Really? Well, she's supposed to have a roommate, and she's lived there. They've had that apartment all these years, and Sherry is only there maybe once or twice a week. And,
Maybe Chad can live with her.
No, but I sent him the information for the place in Chester, the United Cerebral Palsy outfit. And you gave me that lady's name that handles the housing.
Did he follow up?
Well, at first, because we were talking, and he said that DDD denied him twice.
Denied him?
Yeah,
He's not eligible?
that's what Chad says.
Oh.
So then I sent him the link for the United Cerebral Palsy thing. I sent him the website, and I said, look, I said, if DDD denied you twice, I said, go to these people and see what services that they can provide.
I think that was good advice.
And he said, I saved the link, but I've been busy with schoolwork. When I get a minute, I'll look at it. And then I remember you said that there's a lady in Chester that does the housing. So I Googled that, and I sent him their phone number and email and said that a woman named Andrea, she's in charge of the housing, and that he should get on the wait list.
Well, if nothing else, if it's not Andrea anymore, and so often the personnel changes, then somebody there could be able to tell him. He really should. It's a lovely place.
Yep.
And people there have their own cars. They drive to work, and there is. I don't know that Sherry really is a candidate for it. You know. I can be talking about it.
Well, Chad said that one of his coworkers, once he got his education and got a degree, that his salary went up enough that he was able to move out and get his own place.
Well, that could happen too.
So he's all excited, thinking that if he gets certified, that he can get either still work up at the school and get paid a higher salary, or get a different job, but still with computers.
Well, maybe all of that can happen, and I wish it to him. On the other hand, housing is very expensive in this area, and if he can possibly get there, maybe he'd even be able to have a roommate and share the facility with them. I mean, what we want is independence, so we don't want to perpetuate dependence if it's not necessary. On the other hand,
It's a good plan.
it's a beautiful place.
I told him he should go horseback riding again.
Yeah, should.
He used to think he could be in the rodeo.